Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Happy 4th of July. Today we're going to do a small 4th of July cake for our family barbecue. I've already baked 3 6-inch chocolate cake. We're about to whip up some buttercream, and then we're going to decorate the cake with red, white, and blue sprinkles up the sides, a ganache strip over the top, maybe put a little fondant or buttercream decorations on top. I recently did this same cake, but it was just for a birthday. Different color sprinkles gives the cake an entirely different feel. So any event you have to go to, just change the color of the sprinkles, maybe even the color of the ganache on top, depending on what you want to go for, and you have a cake for any occasion. So let's get to work. So we're just making our buttercream real quick. It's basic buttercream. I learned it at the class I took. Use butter, Crisco, it's kind of gross, but it does taste delicious. Vanilla extract, sugar, a little water. That's it. They do sell at Michael's these oils that you can always change the flavor of your buttercream, so we'll definitely do that at some time. You just omit the vanilla extract, use the oil. You can have cappuccino, you can have strawberry, lemon. There's a ton of flavors and they're delicious. Okay, so we just finished making our buttercream. I think I might have to add a little more water. Depending on how much water you put in is how thick or hard your buttercream is going to be. If you want to pipe roses and things like that, you do want harder, stiffer buttercream. But for our purposes, we're just icing the cake, putting it in between the layers of cake, and then pressing the sprinkles into it. So we don't need it to be super hard, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water, and then we're going to be ready to go. Okay, so I use a little buttercream on the round, so that keeps the cake from sliding around when you're icing it and smoothing it out. So I'm just gonna layer my cakes. Normally I do a filling in between each layer of cake. I didn't really feel like it today. So we're just gonna do buttercream. I have this nifty little tool that I got. It will level the cake for you. There's little things you can move it if you need it to be up really high, really low. It'll make sure that the cake is even all across. If you're really talented, you could use a knife. I use this thing every time. It's just way easier for me. Okay, so all of my cakes are level. I'm just going to do a quick little layer of buttercream, assemble it all together, and then we'll get to icing. Layer on, and then I'll go around, I'll fill in a little bit to make sure it's all even. That way when I ice it, I don't have to worry about filling in any holes. Normally when I put a filling inside, I'll do a ring of buttercream around the edge. Not with this one. This is a 16-inch. It's washable. It's one that I use all the time when I ice a cake. It just makes it way easier. When I pipe just designs and things, I usually use the disposable ones. So I'll just use a regular bag with a coupler on it. Ice a little buttercream around the edge and then fill in with my filling and do the layers as I go. The higher you get, you want to put dowels. I've even used like cake pop sticks to keep it from shifting and sliding and falling over if you're transporting it anywhere. 3 layers cake with just buttercream in the middle should be fine. I'm just going to my mother-in-law's, so there's no issues there. So we're just going to ice the cake. We're going to take this and spread it a little even, and then we're ready to put the sprinkles on it. So, normally when I would be doing this, if I wasn't going to be covering it completely in sprinkles or ganache on top, I would smooth it out a little bit better. but being that it's going to be completely covered on the sides with sprinkles, and then the ganache drip is going to go over the sprinkles a little bit, there's really no need for us to worry about making it super smooth. So it doesn't really matter so much if you have lines on the sides where you could see where you put your knife or spatula or whatever you're using to spread the buttercream that you just piped on. Okay, so as you can see, we're all iced, we're ready to go. It's not completely smooth, but it's good enough for what we need to do. So I've seen other videos where people will put the cake in the fridge or the freezer, and then they'll take another round like we have on the bottom, put it on top, and just roll the whole cake into the sprinkles. I don't really think I'm quite that coordinated. So I did see another girl who did it this way, and this is the way I did it a couple weeks ago when I did the same cake for our birthday. So we have our red, white, and blue sprinkles. I have the cookie sheet and an upside down plate. It's really not that complicated. Okay, so we're just going to take handfuls of sprinkles and we're going to push our hands up as close to the cake as possible. And it doesn't matter if they fall all over because they're going to just fall into your cookie tray. And you just kind of press them in and work your way up. As you can see, it's everywhere, but that's okay. You can even take again from the cookie sheet and then go back over that same spot if you need to add some more. So we're just going to go ahead and throw sprinkles at this cake. Once you get the bottom good, if you keep losing sprinkles by the time you're at the top, start in the middle. It's really not science. It's really very easy. And that's why I say that you can try any of those cakes that you see online yourself, because a lot of them are not that complicated. So you just want to press them in, go around. You could go be meticulous in one area while you do it, or you could just do the whole thing and then go back in and fill in as needed. You just kind of let the sprinkles fall out of your hand as you go up while you're gently pressing into your cake. Okay, so as you can see, we've put the ganache on. I don't know if I had too much chocolate, not enough cream. I did measure the cream. I did not measure the chocolate. I just heated them up in a double boiler and poured it on. Some more professional bakers will use a cup that you're able to pour from, or one of those like melting chocolate when you decorate to make your drips. I just used a spoon. As you saw, it was not pretty looking to do, but I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I don't think I need to add anything on top. It's just for a family barbecue. So this is just a simple cake that you could do by yourself. You don't have to pay anybody else to do it. It did not cost much to do, and it did not take very long to make. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. So again, happy 4th of July and have a great day.